Hi. If you're preparing for English speaking and writing tests, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you my response to a mock test of TOEFL IBT Writing for Academic Discussion Task. Hi, my name is Suguru and I have got a perfect score in TOEFL IBT writing. If I can do that, so can you. Now let's get started. Okay, this is the first half of my online post responding to the professor's question. I actually got this done in under 10 minutes, so you might find some spelling mistakes here. But anyway, let's go. I absolutely agree with student B here. Although I do see student A's point, I must say that only a tiny proportion of the citizens are fascinated by the topic of extraterrestrial life. As student B asserted, even if there are aliens on the other side of the universe who are trying to encroach on our planet, the distance of millions of light years between us and the aliens makes it impossible for their assault and plunder to take place. With that said, there's one advantage to the research that I can think of. Let's review this writing. In terms of content, I completely take sides with student B here, so I can't see eye to eye with student A, and that's completely fine. But look what I wrote here. I wrote, although I do see student A's point. Although I do see student A's point. This is a respectful way of showing a disagreement. I didn't want to hurt student A's feeling, so I said, although I do see student A's point. This is useful, so you should use it in your writing too. Furthermore, much of this writing up to here does not show anything new, like a new idea or evidence for something. So to be honest, this half of my writing doesn't quite shine. At the end of this paragraph, however, I say there's one advantage to the alien research. You have to do this. In other words, instead of just saying you agree or disagree with someone, you should put out your own ideas and thoughts. Without doing this, you can hardly get a high score. Vocabulary-wise, do you know this word? Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. This is such a mouthful. Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial means living on another planet. So extraterrestrial life means aliens. Another useful expression to use in a writing test, with that said. With that said. With that said is almost the same meaning as however or nonetheless. Okay, let's move on to the next part of my writing. You know, the future of our species is hanging by a thread now. What with war and environmental destruction. If there are aliens on another planet, and if they are prospering more than we are on Earth, it might be worthwhile for us to ask them how they are dealing with their problems. If they know how not to make war happen within their own species, or if they have some resources that they don't mind sharing with us, we might find a brighter future for this planet. There's one spelling mistake here, environmental, sorry about that. Content-wise, this is unrealistically optimistic content, not showing any scientific data or proof or anything. But this is fine. In the academic discussion task, you are not supposed to write a very formal research paper. This is meant to be just an online post. Let's learn some vocabulary from here. This is a good idiom. Hanging by a thread. Hanging by a thread. If something is hanging by a thread, it means it's in danger, or you might lose it soon. Hanging by a thread. You should also use this phrase in your writing. What with A and B? What with A and B? What with something means because of something. We usually use this phrase when there are two or more reasons. So we don't say what with A. We say what with A and B, or what with A, B, and C. And the reasons are usually bad ones. So for example, you can say, what with snow and wind, we couldn't go out. Or you can say, what with disease and crime, this country is dangerous. Altogether, I have written 186 words for this online post. So this is way over the word count requirement, so that's good. Alright, I hope you found this video useful. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and most importantly, let me wish you good luck on your test.